Welcome back to anyone that um, missed me or hasn't watched me in a little while. I did stream yesterday. I did have a little stream on there. It was about my favorite game so far that I've played. And the reason I don't say of all time, I think I explained this in the video, but I don't say of all time because uh, I haven't played every single game in existence, future-wise and whatnot. So I'm going to um, try and what is it called? Explain myself with this topic. So first, I'm going to be very objective. I'm going to say, is it okay to be angry at video games? It's always an issue that um, that some people have, and that's totally fine because um, it's a very black and not very black and white thing that that people associate themselves with. Wait, what am I trying to say? It's very gray. It's a very gray area. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Actually, what should I use? Now, if this is the very objective thing. Let's say someone hasn't played a video game before and someone's getting angry for no apparent reason. I get it. I get why they get angry. But is it really okay to do that? So, for instance, if someone who hasn't played a game before just spews out, "Oh, you don't even know what you're talking about, this and that." It's like, well, that's not necessarily true. Or oh, this is just a video game. It's not supposed to mean anything. That's that's total baloney. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to implement what someone would say to somebody, and basically what a gamer would say. So I've had this issue with, like with a parent or with siblings or whoever, because generally I don't think they really understand. Generally. Because when it comes down to it, um, it's only going to be this whole debate, this debacle between, oh, it's just a game, it's not real, just don't even pay attention to it. And um, well, that's all I have to say. Because, well, I mean, from the objective side, because it's that easy to incorporate. It's that easy to explain, I think. Um, Sorry, I was trying to focus there. Uh, but generally, when someone comes, I guess I should bring up like a personal example. I got angry, I think, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and this was back in the day, and this is kind of the wrong thing to do. So, um, you either hit somebody or you get frustrated with somebody. Why do you die so freaking fast, man? Died in 2 bullets. That guy died in three. What the freak's up with that? Anyways, get rid of that. Um, I really think that hitting somebody or taking it out on somebody else is not a good thing to do in any sort of the way. In any video game, you should never hurt somebody. You should never be physically or mentally abusive to anyone. And there's no getting around that. There's nothing that you can debate around that. Well, I was really, really mad at video games or whatever. I'm like, no, no, no. You do not do that to anyone. Now, getting all the objective stuff out of the way, let's go on to my personal feelings of video games. And the reason I say personal, because when it comes down to it, it's all about, you know, um, your experiences with it. And the reason the objective is so small and short is because no one, it's either you do understand what the person is going through or you don't care to understand uh, to what the other person's thinking. And that's really sad because um, I think I remember my grandmother saying this. I think I remember. Well, my grandmother said something similar to this. She said, "You can love somebody, right? You can fall in love with somebody, um, but when it comes down to it, son or grandson or whatever you know, my name. But when it comes down to it, do you understand why the person did what they did?" And that's very powerful because, yeah, why 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 did that person do that to me? Rather than, yeah, that person did that to me, I should get revenge on them or whatever. I'm like, that's not right. um, so I think if someone's going through something, it's probably best that you, oh my goodness, it's probably best that you understand what they're going through. So for me, personal experience wise, I think it's generally okay to get angry. Um, like, yeah, as long as you have like a reason behind it, but not like a really, really bad reason, of course. But if you think about it, dude, you can take him out, dude. Oh my goodness. Didn't even know to respawn us because it's that bad. That's why I don't like these small maps. Um, but well, yeah, I said I was gonna bring a personal experience. So one of my friends got angry, and he talked to me and he said, "Oh, dude, like, why did you do?" Or no, no, he got angry, and I was like, "Dude, are you angry because of the video game? Or are you angry because, um, what you call it? What was it? Yeah, are you angry because of what happened in the game? Or are you angry because something happened? He's like, no, it's because of the video game. And I said, dude, that's not right, man, because the video game's not doing anything to you personally. He's like, well, da 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 da. And I had to say to him, like, what about so and so that did what about what is it called? The so and so that did this to you. Well, now you think about it, yeah, that did kind of irk me. That did really piss me off. And I said, yeah, there you go. Well, I'm not saying like, hey, whatever. If you get the time, if you take the time to understand why someone gets angry, then maybe you can uh, well, I guess that's a general thing, but when it comes down to it, I'd rather have someone to be angry at an inanimate object like a video game and the console rather than someone else, because not everyone's going to take it the same way. They take it a totally different way, the wrong way, or some people they'll just like laugh at you and they'll just It'll come out of it'll go in one ear and go out the other. Um, so and and this is very tough to explain. This is very, very difficult to explain. Um, but okay, another personal experience. Um, I was playing Call of Duty World at War. This was, I think, around the time I was like maybe, yeah, I was in high school, I remember, and I was getting my butt kicked in that game. I was playing on veteran difficulty, and I think it was like the second to the last mission or the last mission or something like that. The one where you have to go up Stalingrad or whatever. You had to go into that Nazi building, and you had to take it out and go and place the tag. Basically the last level of the game, and it was so frustrating because um, what you call it. And I was like spewing out, oh, that's bull crap. Like, why am I dying all the time? And why isn't my team, or not my team, but why isn't like anyone helping me and this and that? But when I look back at that experience, I generally just said, oh, it's because of the game I was, getting angry. But if you think about it, if you really do think about it, um, I think I may have gotten angry because, I think around that school year, um, I was trying to come up with because I think that was around the time in school year where I had to decide what I wanted to do with my life, and I was and a way for me to um, cope with because everyone had an idea. They were like, oh, I want to do this or I want to do that, or they had like some thought of, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. So it kind of irked me that I was one of the very few people, or I might have been one of the very few people that didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, which is, you don't want to be left out and alone and this and that and this and that and this and that. But that did really make me upset. And if someone were to, instead of just saying, Andrew, take off the game or whatever, and they understood why I did that and why I was frustrated, they might have said, you know what? I get it, dude. I get it. I totally do. Just, calm it down a little bit or whatever if someone has to sleep. It was a very lovely experience that someone actually understood. No, no, I told my friend that, and I'm like, dude, I got angry at this game, and he understood me, and that was very cool. I never had that before. I was quite relieved because I think I told him a couple of years later. Like, what a nice guy. So I mean, you can bring up all these personal experiences. You can um, totally tell someone to like just shut the f up. You don't know what you're talking about, or it's just a video game. Because someone can argue straight back to you like, oh no 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 no. It's not just a video game. Or oh no 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 no. It's not just this thing's going. Oh frick! I just died. Um, it's not just. It's not a reason for you to get angry. It's not a reason for you to uh, take it out on someone else or whatever. And I totally agree. Video games are a good way for you to express your. How do I say this? Uh, your anger, as long as it's not on something that's questionable. If someone understands what I'm saying. And that's generally all I have to say because it's very opinionated. I was trying to be objective. I was trying to bring up many ideas of Yeah, I was just basically trying to bring up many ideas of what someone could say to somebody, but no, it's really that it's really that just gosh, how do I say this? It can be that simple. It can be that simple. But um from personal experience and when you go through those things, yeah, you start to develop you start to become wise. Frick. I can't zoom out of there. Well, it looks like Edgar agrees, which is good. Because my girlfriend did say this too, once. Oh, why do you get angry, or why do you, um, or why can't you just, not be angry at it? Because it's not doing anything to you. And I said, well, if something's bothering you, do you want me to yell at you, or do you want me to yell at someone else? No, you don't. Why am I still going in this direction? The bee bomb's already gone. That's really bad. But I think the best thing to do is to actually understand somebody. What the hell? And why? And take a few minutes, and I'm talking about this with anything, but mainly just video games because a lot of people get angry at video games, more or less, or they take out their frustration on video games, which makes sense. As long as it's an inanimate object and you're not doing it to harm anyone specifically, but you have to do it very responsibly and with wisdom behind it. That's something that I think my girlfriend brought up. You need to have a full focused reason to do it, not just um, that's not cool, dude. Teammates, what are you doing? Yeah, you have to have a full focused reason to be angry. But don't let it be sporadic or don't let it be um, misguided. And especially don't be angry at just the video game. If you're just angry that just the video game, I'll just say what my parents usually say: take it off and take a break. But in some cases, just just take a break. So without further ado, guys, that's generally my opinion. I don't really I'm just like reiterating at this point. I have really nothing more to talk about with being angry at video games because it's that simple. I think it is. It's nothing more than just um, it's nothing more than just, oh, I'm angry. Sometimes I know for a fact that sometimes just people just want to just let out their frustration. I know some people that do that, and they do it with video games. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm also saying this to like girlfriends or boyfriends too, whose significant other plays video games. Wow, I've just kept dying this whole game. This is not very good. Take the time and try to understand why they do why they get angry, because I'm pretty sure that's the reason they're getting angry is nothing more than just um, is because they're frustrated inside, or they need to let something out. without further ado, guys, that's all I have to say. Because all I can say at the very end is, um, if you have a girlfriend or boyfriend, just and then or if you're the one that's playing games, just say to your boyfriend or significant other, oh, I'm playing games, and get the heck out of there. Oh, nice. And this is my only way of coping. That's all I can say. I say that to my girlfriend. I'm like, dude, I don't want to get angry at you. I don't want to get angry at my family or something like that. I just want to, play video games and, um, let it out on there. And then sometimes video games can do the opposite as well. If you're having a lot of fun in video game, you can forget things. But someone can argue, you can do that with any other thing. But this is just mainly towards video games, and people think it's negative to get angry at video games. Well, is it angry to get, a bad grade in class? What are we supposed to do? You got to go cuss the teacher? No, that's not good. But if someone sees you, getting angry at an inanimate object, they might think that you're a fool or crazy. No. Would you rather have that crazy or foolish person go yell at you about, oh, I got this bad grade in class? Well, no. And then they cuss at you because I think my girlfriend brings a good example when someone gets angry. You think that uh, uh, she's like, "Oh, I'm happy that you're letting it out," but it makes it seem like I'm the enemy. You make it sound like I'm the person. I'm like, no, 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 that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just that I'm frustrated with this. Well, it just comes out as this way. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. It does seem like it's coming out that way. So we kind of decided, just do it on something else. Let out your frustration on something else. And every now and then, if it's something that's very personal or bothering you, um, to talk to each other. It's communication. But that's just for the couples. If you're single, find a friend or two, especially in this generation. It's very easy to find one of your friends online and just say, dude, I'm having this piss poor day. Or if you have a friend in real life, not well, I didn't mean like you're playing with a computer on the video game, but a friend that you can tangibly see or whatnot, and just say, I'm having a piss poor day. I just want to tell you, okay, and then you'll feel better. And then you can tell them, oh, let's go play some video games. That's the only way I'm gonna let off steam. They're gonna be like, yeah, I'm down, dude. I've had friends like that, and I've also done it for friends as well. So that's pretty much all I have to say for it. Um, Getting angry at video games. If you did, but personally, I want to hear everyone's opinions. On the last video, I didn't really get much opinions. I did get a few responses, people saying, "Oh, this is my favorite game because of this," and it was very interesting. But um, I'm curious as to what you think uh, of this topic. Is getting upset in video games or getting angry in video games? Is that what's your stance on it? Oh, you shouldn't do it at all, or it's it's debatable. And for me, it's the debatable one because there is no fine. There is. It might seem like there's a correct answer. It's just not to get angry, but you're gonna get angry at somebody sometime. Anyways, guys, that's been a stream, or I should say, a stream video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Well, yeah, yeah. You weren't. I was not there for that stream.